There we go. And now is when the sound will stop working.
Last time on Incredible Critics.
Our Oscar picks. So what we're going to do is go through each category. I'd hoped to have Connor Stambosh, shout out to Connor, on because he would provide a mild amount of validity to our picks.
This is Incredible Critics, Ben.
I know.
We can't just have like actual people who have seen most of these films
and have
on
a valid opinion and track the award season. No,
emphasis on the in.
But unfortunately, he wasn't able to make it. So instead, these are our completely uneducated picks.
I have only seen Black Panther.
They don't need to know that.
But
they don't. We're just. We've seen all of them. Took lots of notes. We are the Incredible Critics. Incredible, not because we're great, but because our credibility, as always, should seriously be in question. I am Ben Franco. This week, we are talking about the Oscars, the Umbrella Academy Season 1, and possibly Alita Battle Angel. We'll battle whatever. We'll see how much time we have in the show. Who knows? Joining me, as always, Tim Gruber.
Hey, everybody.
And Frankie Fusco.
It never amazes me how you always miss an opportunity to call something that we're talking about incredible.
It never amazes you?
No, exactly.
Let the audio go a little too long. That was incredible.
Dance party?
What could I have called incredible? What was
when
it?
You were saying something in the playback from last week, you said our incredibly uneducated picks. You could have said our incredible picks. Would be great. What a nice little plug. I mean, it's the whole point of the show.
Frankie, it doesn't take much to amaze Frankie, is what he's trying to say. So,
well, if you had been here, someone would have been here to be able to make that joke, Frankie.
I'm curious on why I'm here now. I didn't realize we were going over the Oscars.
We're not going to go over all of them.
Thank God. Thank God. Can I thank God? Can this be my speech?
You can. You can thank God.
Speech.
Thank God.
Speech.
Let's talk about that wall. All right. I didn't watch the Oscars, so I don't know what kind of tangents random people went off on. So I can't even make a joke about it.
I DVR'd it, so I got to skip anything that was like boring. Click, click, click.
Oh, so you went right to the end and whatever's on after that?
No, I watched. No, it was good. The performances were really good. Did either of you guys watch any of it?
No, I saw on my Twitter feed that everyone thinks that Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga should get married. So I guess their performance was really good.
Their performance was really good. It was also really interesting. It was really interesting how they produced their performance because the camera angles are all from the stage looking out into the crowd, not from the crowd looking at the stage. So it's very much like A Star Is Born and the production that they did there. But it was a way that I'd never seen somebody produce a live concert event before. It was
all right. I'll give
really
you neat. That's pretty cool. Still not impressed that they hired a singer who also did acting work to be an actress playing a singer.
But Bradley Cooper, not a singer.
Yeah, we could tell.
I didn't see A Star Is Born. I have no idea. People thought he did great. I don't know.
It's because he's Bradley Cooper. Everyone loves him.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
He's no Matt Damon. Am I right, Frankie?
That's exactly what I'm getting at. Thank you for bringing that up. You know who would have done way better in that role? Matt Damon. Damon is Matt Damon. He's amazing. He can do anything. I love me some Matt Damon. Because I do love me some Matt Damon. Love me some Matt Damon. I do love me some Matt Damon.
Still true.
Still true.
Still true. Well, amazingly enough, so do we want to go over results or do we want to go over some of the interesting picks that didn't end up winning? Or won?
Whatever. Yeah, let's
are we going over the numbers? Because I'm a little impressed with my numbers.
This is not the first time in your life you've said that. Yeah, we can go over numbers. So Tim, I think we did 24 categories total. We didn't do all of them. I think we skipped 2. Tim got 8 correct. Tuna, who had started out in the early lead, I think he was up like 4-1 after like the first hour. But then Tim made a comeback and tied him. Tuna also had 8. Frankie, I believe you had 10.
I had 24.
Yeah, 24.
24 out of 24.
24 out of 24.
Mhm.
And I had 11. I was pretty good. I was pretty happy about that. I mean, it's no 24.
It's not really not 24. I'm not gonna lie. I picked the Solo movie because it had Solo in the title, but I didn't know anything about it. And
It looks so good. I like can't wait to watch that documentary. I was really excited. Actually, Tuna picked that. Tim and I both had RBG, which I think everybody thought was going to win, but Free Solo looks so good.
Yeah, it does.
Is that about like, I know it's not about Star Wars, but is that about like the soccer player?
No, it's about the in between episode 5 and episode 6 when they're trying to figure out how to get Han Solo. So they're trying to
how to free him. That makes sense.
Solo.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know if you're listening,
Ben got it.
but that's a good idea.
I'm surprised, Ben, you had the right episode numbers when you said that.
If they make that movie, we have that
practice out.
I went for episode numbers because I couldn't remember
the names.
The names off the top of my head. I could. Okay. I would have had to think about it too.
You shouldn't have said that. Disney should have just said thanks.
If you make that movie now, you might be able to piggyback off of people Googling that title name and do better than the actual Solo movie.
No, Free Solo is about a guy climbing rocks with no free hand by himself.
Oh, and he gets his hand stuck, and then he has
to no, he's just climbing up mountains like some kind of bear.
Climbing up like rock faces without any type of nets or
no gear at all.
It's absolutely insane. And Miru is the previous movie that the producers made, and it is also really good. I believe it's on Amazon Prime. I said you should check it out last week. Still true. If you have more of a reason to check it out now.
Now, I think Andrew picked an extra wrong movie. So he had the same amount right as me, but he actually had one more wrong than I did.
Which one wrong?
One of the categories that we skipped, he was like, no. I know this category, and he got it wrong.
Well,
so I didn't come in last. That's all.
That's very true. He forced us to pick animated short because he wanted to pick One Small Step, and then Tim, you and I both said, "Oh, Bayo is a Pixar short. That's gonna win." And sure enough, Bayo. So, also interesting, we all got the director wrong. We all picked Spike Lee.
Yeah.
And Alfonso Cuarón.
I got that right.
Yeah. Sorry. I was talking about people who were on the show.
Oh,
so Netflix got an Oscar, though.
Netflix. So I forgot that Netflix had one Oscar before. I forget which movie, but it had one before. But this was much more legitimate, for lack of a better
legitimate
term.
Oscar.
Yeah, I mean, Best Director, and was in talks for Best Picture. Let's see what else. It's crazy. We all picked 4 different movies for Best Picture. Tim picked A Star Is Born. Tuna picked The Favorite. I picked Roma. Frankie picked.
I did pick Black Klansman. So
Klansman.
The jig is up. I only got 23 right.
And none of those won. Green Book won instead, which I actually heard what Green Book is, and like 2 years ago, and went, that would be an awesome premise for a movie. So
I heard,
unfortunately, that wasn't documented anywhere.
It's very inaccurate, which I think is interesting. I mean, I don't care too much about that, but I was reading that a bunch of people complaining that it's super inaccurate. It didn't have the family's permission, and the family didn't get to see the movie. So
Bohemian Rhapsody? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It should have been Bohemian Rhapsody.
Hey, but Bohemian Rhapsody got a lot of Oscars, and
it did.
Do you guys remember, like, the original director of that was Bryan Singer? And they fired him, middle of the movie, almost done with the movie.
Crazy.
And real crazy. And it got to 3 Oscars or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Which it shouldn't have gotten. It should have gotten maybe 2, but.
It's funny. Do you guys know who Alison Hayslip is?
Yes.
She was on like G4 TV.
From
and,
G4 TV?
Yeah, she's on like Nerdist and stuff like that. She posted on Instagram about her and she's friends with Rami. I forget how to say
Rami
it.
Malik.
Yeah, Malik. And she's like, 4 years ago, Rami Malek and I were sitting on my couch eating pizza, watching the Oscars, and now he's winning Best Actor.
So their careers are pretty much neck and neck.
Neck and neck, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, now.
She was on a failing gaming television channel.
Hey, she's on Nerdist now. She does some. podcasts
She's on a website.
Yeah.
We are on a website, Frankie.
Are we though?
We are.
I am
we
Ben
have a
Franco.
website?
I am Ben Franco.
Do you guys want to talk about your disdain for the Academy at all, or the Oscars, or did we get enough of that out via text?
Maybe we could spend time on that some other time.
Listen, now wrapping it up, it's super political, super stupid.
It wasn't
The
that
Academy
political.
doesn't know. Okay, every other year I've watched it was. The Academy doesn't know what they're doing, who they vote for. It doesn't make any sense. And then they either cater to the public who complains, or cater to the actors who complain.
But this is like they can do nothing right? This is like going to a restaurant that doesn't serve hamburgers and being like, I want a hamburger, and they're like, well, I mean, we can try to make a hamburger for you, and then you're like, I don't want your pity hamburger. Like, you can't, like, they won't be able to do anything that wins.
So the way to solve that would be the way you solve that real situation and burn down the restaurant. Kind of restaurant doesn't serve hamburger.
So
burn down the Academy.
So there's no way to fix it, is what you're saying. So we'll just be able to you'll just be able to complain every year.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Or just
right.
Don't have the Academy Awards anymore. Just mail out the awards.
Just mail it out.
Let's mail them out. Mail out the gift baskets.
They could do like what's that, not Reader's Digest, Clearance Publishing House or whatever, and they like have it live, and they like just go up to the people's house and give them the award. Is that what you're saying?
Just live outside of their house.
Yeah. I was reading some fact that like the gift baskets, like if you added up the value of all the gift baskets handed out, they could have stopped hunger in all the world.
Maybe since the beginning of the Oscars, not just 1 year's worth.
I think it was just this year.
Just this year. Yep. Yeah. Well, I still like it. Nobody's surprised.
Cricket. Cricket.
Ben, listen, I'm glad you have this one show. You spent 3 hours watching the Oscars. You probably could have watched a Marvel movie and been a little more useful.
Yeah, but I like good movies. Like movies that have a chance of winning.
Oh, like Black
Best
Panther,
Picture.
which won? Also,
No.
3 Oscars
No.
last night, actually.
Winning Best Picture, not
Why
just
did-
like...
Why didn't Into the Spider-Verse even get nominated for Best Picture? What kind of garbage is that?
I haven't seen it. I can't...
That's one you're going to enjoy, Ben.
I actually think I will.
It's
I do actually
artsy.
think I will. It's artsy.
So
artsy
it
fartsy.
has enough artsy that it might keep you entertained.
Can I listen
between
to it
the
in
fighting
German?
and
Well, no, but here's the thing: the main character is part Spanish, so there are times
Oh,
where
in
they speak
español.
they speak in Spanish.
yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of a foreign language.
Ugh, what are they trying to be, Roma? Riding that bandwagon?
Yeah. That's it.
Have you guys watched Roma yet, though? I'd really be curious to know what you think.
Nope.
No.
Since I won the Oscar picks, does that mean I get to pick a movie for you guys to
Ooh,
watch?
you should have made that a bet. We should
All
have
right.
made that.
Oh, we didn't agree to
Alright.
that before.
We didn't agree to it beforehand,
Hmm.
so no.
So you guys are going to watch Roma?
No. I really want to watch the new Narcos, which is all in Spanish, and I shut it off 2 episodes in because I got tired of reading the subtitles. So I'm chance of me watching Roma or slim to none.
Two episodes of Narcos is probably longer than Roma is, though.
That's true.
And not as well produced.
So
Does Narcos have an Oscar? I didn't think so,
I
Frankie.
didn't think so.
I didn't think so.
I guarantee you at least one person in that TV show is named Oscar.
All right. Well, let's talk about the first season of the Umbrella Academy. This is now like the third week in a row that we've talked about the show.
Good.
But this is the actual review one. So,
In October 1989, 43 women around the world gave birth. None of these women had been pregnant when the day first began.
How much do you want for it? I have adopted 6 children, gifted with abilities far beyond the ordinary. I give you the Umbrella Academy.
that is from the trailer to the Umbrella Academy Season 1. Oh, guys, what did you think of the Umbrella Academy? I always forget to load up IMDb, but you get it pretty much from that. This is a Netflix show, so you can watch all of Season 1 now. What are your thoughts on the Umbrella Academy?
I mean, I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it so much you watched it twice.
Enjoyed it. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Brittany enjoyed it a lot too. I think, right? She shook her head. I can't see her. She's in the other room. No, she said, yeah. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it all around. It definitely was different from even the comic book, from the little bit that I've read from it. But I think that they did it was like a really fun, quirky show about superheroes, but not really.
Yeah, the IMDb synopsis is a disbanded group of superheroes reunite after their adoptive father, who trained them to save the world, dies. Frankie, what did you think of the first season of the Umbrella Academy?
I loved it. I thought it was quirky. I thought it was beautifully shot. The camera angles and the way they shoot some of the scenes is so very much like Scott Pilgrim. Like just that kind of like just a little bit different where you're like, wow, that's pretty cool. And the music was amazing. The acting was pretty great, all with the exception of Ellen Page, who
really?
I can't stand. But hear me out. I couldn't figure out, and I tried to give it a fair shot because I don't necessarily dislike Ellen Page. I just don't really care for her too much. I don't think she's that great of an actress. But I couldn't tell if she was a bad actress, was her acting was so bad that I disliked her character, or her character was so dislikable and poorly written that I disliked Ellen Page, if that makes sense. Like she was the most annoying out of all the characters, and I couldn't really get into it. I didn't feel bad for her at any point. She was just kind of weird, and
I don't think that she's a bad actress, and I also wasn't annoyed by her in the series, so maybe that influenced it. Tim, did you have any ill will towards her acting? I mean, yeah, I think she gets worse. Like I really enjoyed an X-Men and
Juno. But
see, I think she plays the same character in every movie. Yeah, like, I don't think this girl was any different than Juno or any different than any other movie she's been in.
Right. So as far as she goes, like her character, though, for many of the episodes is supposed to be on medication and like completely unemotional. Right. Because of said medication. So
yeah, she's supposed to be a little flat.
Yeah, she's supposed to be super flat. And then you're supposed to, I don't know. I think you're supposed to feel for her a little bit. But she gets less flat as the series goes. So right. Or as the season went on. So
yeah, this show so the comics came out I think in like 2006, and I can totally see why it's taken so long to start, like actually have the show be made, because you have to get that tone just right. Like the tone of this, if you were to compare it to a TV show, is like Pushing Daisies meets The Walking Dead. Like super quirky, but also super serious.
I don't give you too many compliments, but that's a really good comparison.
Yeah. Or if you want to go movies, it's like Willy Wonka meets The Matrix. Like you have to.
You lost it. You should just
No.
stay while you're on top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which Willy Wonka though?
Willy Wonka. Yeah, Willy Wonka. Anyway,
Okay.
it's you have to get that tone just right of
Yeah.
we're both quirky, but it's super serious content that we're being quirky about. And they, for the most part, they nail it. It's a really easy watch. It is super violent at some parts. Like I saw
Yeah,
TV
there are.
14 and I was like, oh, okay, this will be, and then I was like, oh, whoa.
There was like a dude ripped in half. So
Yeah. Yeah. There
and other bludgeonings and stabbings.
yeah, if I had a 14-year-old, I'm not sure I would watch it with them.
It was yeah. I mean, it definitely was not the Punisher bloody or anything.
No.
But yeah, it was a good mix of a lot of things, which I think is so weird and great about it.
Do you guys know who wrote the original comics?
Was it the same guy? Was it Kirkman?
No.
Okay. See, I think it's not Miller.
No, it's not a comic book writer.
Yeah, I don't remember now.
It is I believe his name's Gerard Way. He is better known as the lead singer of My Chemical Romance.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do remember that now.
Yeah.
Which I was like, wait, hang on, what? But like it also kind of makes sense why it has that like super emo aesthetic that is very
right. The comic book is very stylized in like a fun way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I enjoyed like with the series going off of the quirkiness. It really this is why the other week I kind of compared it to Legion.
Sure.
But Legion is like real creepy all the time, almost.
Right.
And this is like a for the most part, completely non-creepy version of same kind of style where it's like jazz. It's like 1 minute they're doing this and then there's music is on and they're fighting people, or there's people dancing. You're like, what's going on?
Right.
Really cool though.
Also, Mary J. Blige played Cha-Cha.
Yes.
She is probably my favorite in the whole entire TV
She
show.
was so good. I was
so
like,
good.
I was watching her. I was like, who is this? And then I was like, no. No.
I was I was hoping, you never know what's going to happen to a character in this TV show. And you also don't know, like, if it's one of those shows where the next episode could be before the last episode. So you're like, all right, so maybe she'll be in more. I just kept hoping that she wouldn't die every time I saw her in an episode. I was like,
Yeah.
Need her to be in another episode.
Yeah. Well, I have some stuff to talk about in spoilers. If you guys want to, do you guys have anything else that you wanted to say before
we have music
talk
for
some
that,
spoilers?
don't we?
We do have music for that.
No,
Are
I'd say
we gonna time it out so people can fast forward if they want to?
I mean,
Give it a
people-
just
timer.
don't listen to the rest of the episode,
Just
everybody.
don't listen to the rest. Yeah, just stop.
People like the ending though.
I mean, yeah, just fast forward till you hear the ending, or go to the ending and then rewind 30
Just
seconds.
watch.
There's-
Just finish watching it tonight, and then listen to the rest of the episode. That's all.
Okay, I guess we're not
There's
talking about
many
Alita.
ways for you to avoid it. Nah, we don't have time for Alita. Sorry.
Everyone go see Alita. It was amazing.
All right.
And
Anything
I guess
else?
Stop listening. No, that's it. I guess
All
I'm
right.
done.
So
Shouldn't
can
there
I
be like a siren or something? Like, it's not really spoiler music. I feel like I'm waiting for the elevator door to open.
Yeah, you want to come up with that, Frankie?
No.
Cool. Sounds
Okay,
good.
Sweet. All right, so it'll stay as is. I really didn't like the ending of the season. Let's just like go ahead and jump straight to episode 10. It was everything felt so easily predicted. I didn't think it was like, it wasn't just like foreshadowed. It was just like, oh, okay, of course this is what's going to happen.
Wait,
Yeah.
what do you? Well, no. What do you mean by that? Which parts did you think were going to happen? Because I didn't see them going back in time and turning into kids.
Well, we don't know where they went, if they turned into kids or not, too.
Well, they're going backwards though.
But
because they can't go forwards, so they're going backwards in time.
Well, but we don't know where they're going. That's the thing, right?
So I'm specifically referring to number 7, like becoming the apocalypse.
Yeah, I mean that part
Like-
we kind of all knew the whole entire. Since
Well,
like episode
yeah.
3.
So you're saying they were making just kind of predictable dumb decisions about her, like let's lock her up.
Well, and what that and the way that the show was built was like this mystery around like what is going on with her? How do we stop this apocalypse that's going to happen? And it's like you don't have like in episode 3 you can give it to me that she's going to be the root cause, and then I'll be able to follow along and see how she becomes that. But instead you're just like leaving it this mystery that's not very mysterious and trying to play it up, and it's just like I don't know. I didn't like it.
It goes into that whole Ellen Page issue that I had. It was just her character and the writing of her character and the portrayal of her character. Like all of it was just kind of the low point of the TV show, but everything else around it was still pretty amazing.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. I guess my thing is it's not so much in how like she acted it. It was just in how they decided to develop that storyline, which I think is what you're saying.
100% agree with you. That's why I can't figure out if I just don't like her and I didn't like the character, or if the character was just bad and I just didn't like, and she was in it, so it was kind of how it was. But
so there's a lot of like reveals almost right at the very end. Like the last 2 episodes is all the reveals I think of oh, and by the way, she did this when she was a kid. Oh, and by the way, it's like it's just kind of snowballs real fast at the end for whatever reason.
I didn't like that they
use your words.
Sorry, I was trying to think because there's 2 parts I was thinking about. I didn't know which one to bring up first. I didn't like, and it's a spoiler, so we can say whatever we want. I didn't like they didn't kill the older sister. Like they should have just killed her off. And then went back in time and saved her or something like that. If they really wanted to keep her around, because all of a sudden they like her throat gets cut, she bleeds out on the floor, and that the guys show up like however long later and somehow manage to drive her back and get her saved. Like,
okay, there's also a talking monkey, so let's not think too hard about the logic of the show.
He's a chimpanzee, Ben.
Excuse me.
That was rude.
That was racist.
Please forgive us, Dr. Pogo. Yeah.
I liked her character, so I wanted her to.
Oh, I wanted her to live too, but I just thought there was other ways to do it.
But let me also say that shows that leave specific rules about how time travel works unanswered really bother me.
Oh, lots,
because you could
specifically.
I mean, yeah. Like there are so many, like if you have time travel in your story, you need very, very specific rules about how that time travel works, because the answer to everything is like, well, all right, why don't you just go back in time and stop that from happening?
Yeah, well, so I think part of I think they had specific rules about stuff like that. I think like the briefcases were the specific rule of the briefcases pretty much do whatever.
Right.
But there's only a limited amount of them.
Right.
So only certain people can use them. And then the other thing that 5 was always saying is like time travel it's a crapshoot. It's like because he's not as precise as the briefcase. He doesn't know what he's doing. That's why I said we don't really know at the end.
The people controlling the briefcase know how things are supposed to end, and so therefore they can always just go back and then either warn somebody or.
Oh, okay, you're saying they didn't tell us like you can't make a paradox. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Right. Which they should have said something.
I will say about the ending, I didn't see the end of the world coming. I thought they were going to stop it. So when they stopped it and then it actually caused it, I was like, oh crap.
Allison should have shot her.
Dude, they should have killed her so many times, and that's all I kept saying. I was just like, why is Ellen Page still alive?
Yeah, that was still a big surprise. I will say that when Mom is sewing, this is like the 5th episode, maybe, when she dies, the first time she dies, quote unquote dies, because Diego rips her circuits out of her arm.
Yep.
she's cross stitching a thing of the moon, and there's a chunk like out of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And that makes me think like they were wondering, how did the dad know?
And they never answer that question either.
Right. So at some point, maybe they'll answer it. Maybe they won't. Just like in the comics, he's an alien. Maybe they'll say that. I don't know.
Yeah, I love that they didn't like feel the need to explain a ton. Like
Yeah.
you don't know why there's.
You just know he's like real old. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like it's just he's there, and
Yeah.
you just accept it. Like there are certain things that you can get away with not explaining because
Right, like where are the other babies that were born? And do they all have powers? They have to.
right.
Are they all dangerous?
Or why isn't there a number 6? Did they ever explain that? I don't think so.
No, there was. Yeah. Oh, they never explained how Ben died.
Oh, he was the other one.
Ben.
Gotcha.
With the Kraken powers, he could make the octopus tentacles or whatever.
I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, he was in the bank robbery when they were kids, and then
Frankie just decided to peace out. He was like,
Frankie was just like, I'm done with this. You don't want to talk about Alita Battle Angel? I'm out.
I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, they never explain how he died. They
Gotcha.
5 asks about it. I think he asked Ellen Page's character, like, so what happened?
Gotcha.
Like, was it bad? Because he missed it. Yeah. So that's what happened. But we don't understand. I was talking to Britt today. Like, we don't get why Klaus he always had Ben with him all the time, even when he was on drugs.
No, he says that he adopted 6 children.
Oh no, that's when he's that's his public statement in the trailer that you just played.
That's right.
That's his public statement. Because remember, nobody knew about Vanya until she wrote the book, basically. Because she wasn't in any of the pictures, and she wasn't. Yeah, I think that's his public statement when he's on the steps, maybe, of the bank heist.
Gotcha.
And he's like, I have them to save the world, or whatever. So
gotcha. All right, my bad. That was just my misunderstanding.
Yeah, because remember, Ben is like covered in blood.
Right.
He's like, oh, can we go home?
Right. But I mean, overall, it is, if you think that sensibility would be good, like we're in spoilers now, so you probably already watched it. So it's a fun show to watch.
Oh, yeah.
It was really fun. I'm looking forward to a second season. I just had some issues.
Well, yeah, like the second season. See, I don't know because I didn't read. Maybe I read 2 issues of the comic. I don't know.
Okay.
But like, where did they go? When did they go? They all looked like kids, but so did 5. But he didn't time travel all the way back to being a kid. You know what I'm saying?
But they could just there could be a story that happens.
Well, there could be anything.
Season 1 and season 2. I mean, it doesn't really give you any type of a hint as to what's going to happen in season 2. But it hasn't been picked up for a second season. I can't imagine that it won't, because I think it's doing pretty well. So
and remember, Netflix is like buying into comic properties because they've lost all the Marvel stuff, or they canceled everything Marvel. So,
but this kind of shows to me that they don't really need it.
Yes.
And they don't need it.
It makes me more excited for the Mark Miller stuff that they're gonna do. Like they bought the rights to all that Mark Miller, and he has a lot of stuff that's comic books that's not superheroes specifically.
Is this their first superhero or comic book related series, not Marvel?
Oh,
I don't know the answer to that. It's at least the first big one.
If it's not a cartoon. Yeah. I think so, because they've done a lot of anime, but that's based off of comics, basically. But
yeah, well, I mean, like I said, this at least
good. Yeah,
that at least proves that they can do a really good job with it. So they're going to be fine without Marvel. Well, anyway, if you watched season 1 of the Umbrella Academy, let us know what you think. You can connect with us on Twitter, twitter.com/3criticspod or at 3criticspod, facebook.com/incrediblecritics. I think we have an Instagram. I don't really know.
Incredible Critic Instagram.
Instagram. But yeah, let us know what you think of the Oscars as well. Let us know how awesome you thought the Oscars
Or
were.
not. You know, either
Until
one.
next week. No, just that. We're Incredible Critics. Frankie's still not back with us. I think he's probably
I bet his power went out.
his power may have gone out, or he may just be sitting
Maybe.
at home going. Oh,
Going
what
like,
happened?
you know what? I quit.
Ben broke me.
There we go.
Ben
Oh.
broke me.
There was that's Frankie. You know, Frankie said
Yep.
that.
Yep.
All right, bye, Frankie. Interesting.
Probably also sitting around being like,
We can't survive without you, Ben.
That's probably
he probably is walking up to his wife right now, just going.
We can't survive without you, Ben.
I'm just that important to them.